Hello and welcome to my single player playthrough of a one tile game in Northgard. Here we have all the standard settings, and today we're going to play as the goat clan for this. So let's start. Let's skip a few things such as this loading screen, but it will be one continuous playthrough anyway. Okay, so we have started near the coast, which is very nice. We'll probably always start near the coast. And the first building we're going to place is a woodcutter's lodge here somewhere near the trees, away from any borders, because bad guys come from there and we don't like them. So after we have placed our woodcutter's lodge nice in the center, we are going to place a nothing, because we're going to need that wood to build the most important building of this playthrough, which is a longship dock, and of course the second most important one, which is the marketplace. Now in this case we're actually going to place the sheepfold before that, because we're going to need food, and that's why we're playing the sheep clan on this one tile playthrough. We're also going to need someone on the woodcutter's lodge, and that's pretty much it for now. Once this guy is done, we're going to have positive food, and we're going to have even more food thanks to this sheep. Then we're going to quickly feast, and we would like to have 2 feasts at least in the first year. We're also going to get a lot of people on the longship dock here, and we're going to farm for lore. So there we go, nice and plenty amount of food. And about the lore, we're going to get the bottom line first, and for that we will need sailors. So you and you are going to raid. There we go. And that means we have a nice amount of lore. Once we get more people, which is probably around 8, we will stop having any more housing. So right now we may create another house eventually to get this to 8, then demolish the house and upgrade the town hall if you'd like. But you can also stay at a 6 people for now. That will be plenty, because everything we see here is actually positive. So that's going to allow us to explore the tech tree for now. First of all is trading, then we will go into merchant bonus, then we will go into the reduction of materials. This one is very necessary together with the marketplace discount, because all of our stone that we're going to get from for upgrading buildings is going to be actually from the marketplace. So right now we're going to get a little feast, get more lore, get more food, and a little bit more wood. One of the things that you see is that we have plenty of gold. We're also going to use that to get more building space, one more slot, which is going to be very quickly available to us. And of course, to get stone for upgrades, we're going to have we already have 2 woodcutters. Okay, so from now on you essentially wait. The one thing that you will need to look out for is these borders. Usually you will have 3 borders, maybe 4. 3 is better, because it allows for less points of contact with potential enemies. Now, this part of the game is about having your setup done and seeing where the wolves come from. There is usually always one tile that has 2 or more wolves, and it will spawn one that will attack your territory. For that you will need to have a defense tower. I'm not putting one down yet, because I only want one near the border where it will come from, so here, or somewhere around here. That is important, because your wolf should always attack your defense tower first and not your people, because if any of them is hurt, you will need to have a healer's hut. It is all about having the maximum yield per person, so you can't have any villager that has low health, because they will work less essentially. So here we go, trading, and our next building is the marketplace, which we will build here, far away from borders. So the marketplace is necessary, and you should set it up relatively quickly, because the amount of stone you can buy depends on how much stone there is, which depends on how long it has been since the building has been built. It has to do with replenishing time. And now that we have that, and we should have everything in the plus once this guy is finished, we're not going to put him on here, and we are just going to wait until we can have another feast, which should be relatively quickly. If you want to, you can also start buying some food once this building is finished, but that's not necessary. So now let's skip to the next part to make this video a bit shorter. Okay, so something happened. An unknown clan has discovered a major tile. In this case it's actually, oh, there we go, a wolf. The wolf came from somewhere around here and is now attacking villagers. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a defense tower around here, and we're going to make sure that no one ever comes here. So if any villager from here starts foraging here or here somewhere, we're going to have to manually escort them out, essentially just nudge them over here, and then they'll go back to doing their own thing. Anyway, here we have our trading post, and we should already start buying up stone. That's important because usually you don't want to wait until it has a full load of stone, because that means you could only buy 5 and 5, so in total 10. We want to buy just enough stone, namely 8, so we can already start upgrading the town hall. And by that time, eventually we will have the tech of reduced market prices, and then we can buy more. So the first thing we then upgrade is the longship dock, probably also the sheepfold, or maybe the marketplace instead, because then we can get more income eventually. So for now I'm going to just put a healer's hut here first and develop the area, because we have a sick man, a sick woodcutter. That's a shame. So we're going to eventually need to heal him, but it's winter, so we're most likely are going to leave this guy on food once he's done. Or we can just get this one on food. Buy some more and get another feast in this year. Okay. Yeah, everything is positive. Getting some lore, and eventually, once we have the money, we will buy a lighthouse, because of course we're going for the economic victory here. Since we can't really have 4 active lore masters or sailors, we can have, well, we could have 3 sailors eventually, and a runestone in this place, so you could actually get a wisdom victory, but it will be a lot longer than a commercial victory. This one is the easiest. Obviously you're not going for fame on 1 tile, that would be 11 tiles, too little I think, and you're not going for domination because, well, we're not even going to scout anyone, so yeah, the computer isn't going to quit in the single player game. So economic victory, or maybe lore victory, but in this case economic it is. Okay, so let's skip ahead a little bit more until something more exciting happens. Okay, so it's now nighttime, and we have our lore for carpentry. We have in the meantime also bought 8 stone, so now we can soon upgrade this building with that 8 stone and that reduced upgrade lore. There we go, and it's a big moment because we can finally have 8 population. We will have at that point probably 0 happiness, and we will have some more food income essentially. Then we're probably going to get someone on the marketplace, and that's it. Okay, so we have now reached the moment of negotiations. We can now get some easy stone and upgrade our longship dock and get someone on here. In the meantime, another event has happened, or is going to happen, the rat infestation right after winter. This is quite important actually, because we're going to have to buy some more food to get another feast. In the meantime, we had another feast, and this is probably the last one that we're going to have. So we're going to buy just enough food so we can start feasting just before the rat infestation. And I still haven't demolished the healer's hut, and we're going to get some on the healer's hut to probably heal one, maybe two sick people. Okay, so I have noticed something, namely that we can scout this area and it's grey, even though none of the other players are grey, which means of course it's the kobolds. Actually, that's not a very big deal. Well, okay, it is a big deal because they cannot expand outside here. So they're probably going to surround our base, which may actually save us from future conflict with other people. The thing here is that we don't want any other person to notice us except for the one who can get this tile essentially, because then we can simply trade. But now we can actually trade with the kobolds, and I think you can befriend the kobolds. So it's yeah, in this case we had to build a scouting camp. Usually you don't need one, and you can have this guy, say, rummaging for food, which is extra nice here. But that's a little bit yeah, of a mystery here in this playthrough. Glad we found them. Hopefully they will not attack us, and we'll go around here. And yeah, they will spawn and they will spread to nearby territories, hopefully not us. But if they surround us, that means that any other player who wants to kill us or prevent us from getting a economic victory will have to go through them. Which in this case they will kind of act like bodyguards. So it's a little bit of a plus, I guess, as long as they don't want to kill us. So eventually we will replace this scouting camp once we've done looking for other players, in this case a little bit. We're going to have to get a forge, some extra metal, and then a trading post, and then upgrade buildings, and that's essentially it. Okay, so right now we are being scouted by some other factions, yellow in this case, who are probably very far away from us. We are also now have a trading post, but we're going to demolish it because we're going to get a rat infestation. But for now we are going to trade some food with our little kobold friends. I think they can get happy relationship with us, and they got an achievement, kobold friends. See, it's nice. Sadly we can't trade with the wolves. We could just give them our ankles so they bite them, but that won't make them any happier in any case, not relatives to us. Blue has expanded a little bit. They're the bear and they have the guardian ability, so I hope they're not too aggressive, but they're the guys that we're going to have fun with next in our trading endeavors. Right now we have enough gold to get a better trade route, so yeah, almost halfway there. Again, getting that lighthouse is actually very important very early on, because this is the best trade route you're going to get, because we don't need a lot of happiness, because we don't have a lot of population. Get away, you two. Yep. We have also in the meantime got a better defense tower, so wolves die easier and we won't have as many villagers beaten up. Yeah, things are going great. We have enough food to trade, to make better relations, get more gold, get a better, but well, get a slightly more effective but less efficient way of getting points. And for now that's it. Okay, and we're back. just a simple jump cut for you, and a very long, very boring place for me. Anyway, I got a trading post instead of that thing, and we have a blizzard. So if you're ever wondering how can you survive during a blizzard, during winter with one tile, yeah, you can survive very easily, even while maintaining a level 2 trade route. If you have a level 1 trade route, just get someone from there, someone from there, even get this guy on here, and guess what? As the Ghost Clan on one tile, you're not just surviving, you're thriving in winter. Everything is positive, everyone is happy, you're getting lore, you're maintaining your trade routes, you're getting victory points, you're far more ahead than any of the other comp players. Yeah, it's that easy. And I think this kind of playthrough on one tile, or something very limited, something challenging, is actually very, how to say it, teaching, I think. It's a good lesson on how to manage your food, because some people just expand all over the place, they make a very big military for something or other, then don't use it, have some people on healing even though they don't do that, smithing, a couple of scouts, and then of course they lose food, in which case I'm just surviving and doing fine on 8 tiles. Yeah, you don't need much more, you just need to have a few good tiles instead of many terrible tiles that just waste your resources and don't do a lot of other things. So if I had this tile, the fertile land tile with coast, it would have been a lot easier, sure, but in that case I also should have made this tile a good tile, not just some have it and then leave it tile. So I think this is a very good learning moment, at least for Northgard, but maybe even other games like Civ 5 especially, where you can also go tall like this. Yeah, things like that. So I will again see you a later time. Okay, so welcome back. We just have an earthquake and we will repair this little building soon. So what have we done? We've got a trading post with some merchants. No woodcutters, even though we have upgraded every single building. We're having positive gold, and we have this trade route. We have also switched between them to get just a little bit of an extra oomph, and we're about to win. These kobolds have expanded, green has expanded into kobold territory, and one tile playthrough man has actually won an economic victory. It's as easy as that. So what does this mean? Well, it means that you can win on one tile. It was a big debate, I think, 2 years ago. Now no one cares anymore. I've just seen someone else play this game, so I thought I might as well show it again, which is why I'm doing this after the update. It's actually a little bit more fun, I guess, more challenging, because you have a little bit worse tech tree. You have to make a little bit more interesting decisions. You can't really play as the stag clan using this anymore, sadly. I invite you to try it out though. Maybe you can do this with any clan, because, well, the sheep help you a lot, but instead you can probably get a house and still do it, I think. Even with the bear clan, the dragon clan, doesn't matter. You can probably with every clan maybe do it. Anyway, we have done it in 5 years, which is usually the standard time. Just one little tile here surrounded by goblins, having a blue friend over there. But yeah, that's essentially it. I also have another playthrough where I do this with the Raven clan. It's perhaps even easier because they get bonuses for harbor, they get bonuses for sailors, bonuses for money. They don't have sheep, so it is tougher during the winter. But yeah, instead of sheep you can get a house, you can get people foraging. That's how you get your food, essentially. Yeah, I also did something like this during multiplayer. I don't have footage of that, but I do have some screenshots, so maybe I will show them. Essentially, I had a 4-tile playthrough. I had this one tile that I used to upgrade it almost fully. Then I went for some free tiles that I didn't need to have a military for, that may or may not have had also food in them. Then I made a little military, cleaned up my surroundings, and on 4 tiles I won. Yeah, so it is possible in multiplayer a little, depending on what people do, because I had another guy on the other side who was very militaristic, killed most other people, then came up to me, and just before that I had already finished my relic for the trading post, for the long dogs, and I could pump it up all the way up to plus, I think, 20 or 30 victory points per second essentially, at a very high gold cost, but I could just pump enough out to get also trade victory for that. So yeah, I hope you're interested in more videos. You're probably one of 3 people who is watching a crazy guy doing this in 2019 on a very annoying old laptop, so maybe that's your kind of thing, in which case I probably will think you're a weird person just like me. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I may see you later.